My name is Scott Serfas. I'm from Vancouver, BC, and I was shooting the Rome team. This photo is of Will Levine, and it was our very first night shooting. The idea here was to get like a misty, kind of in the tree shot. I wanted it sort of really dramatic and kind of creepy looking, almost maybe like a graveyard feel. So we set up some smoke bombs in the background to have sort of filtering through the trees, and I really liked the way it turned out. So this shot was taken on the third night of our shoot, and it's of Will Levine. Now this is an obstacle that a lot of people wanted to ride and shoot for the last few years, I guess, and they were always rejected by the mountain management. They allowed us to shoot it this night, and what you don't see here is how sticky those shingles are when they would land on that. They're pretty much riding straight into the roof. You basically smash into that roof and then slide down. So they'd either tear the shingles out or front flip off of the thing. So it was definitely a sketchy obstacle to hit. This is one of my favorite features. When we scouted it the week before, I thought it was really unique. With that being said, I also knew it was going to be one of the hardest obstacles to make work. Getting the fence tight enough so that they could actually ride it and not get sucked into the fence and then spit out. You can see that it's actually pressed in, and as he was riding on there, it presses in, and then you get to the end of it and the tree kind of sticks out, so you sort of ride in and then it spits you out on the other end. So if you're not in complete control by the get to the end, you just face first down at the bottom of the transition. I actually had to shoot with a wide angle lens because there was too much fog to shoot with a long lens. It just compressed all the fog and you couldn't even see the trees. Definitely a sketchy obstacle. Alright, so this is the first of two obstacles that we shot on the fifth night. It's a step up to a step down. This is Aki after he had it dialed. But what you didn't see in the movie was the daylight warm-up tries of these guys. And Bjorn, I think, hit it first and just barely made it up. And then the other guys hit it, and then I looked back up and it was just Marie standing up there by herself. And she dropped in and she looked solid and committed, and she had the speed, and then she hit the transition, and with the amount of G-force just sucked her legs out from underneath her, and she did a half flip and landed on her back probably 6 inches from the rocks. I mean, if she had hit her head on the rocks, it would have been probably the worst thing that could ever have happened. So when I was shooting the step up, the first angle that you saw earlier of Aki was definitely my favorite. And these guys just kept hitting it over and over, so instead of just standing there, I had to come up with some different ideas and angles, running out. This was sort of the last resort. And I'm glad I shot it like this because I think it's just kind of unique and makes you wonder what's really going on there. And I really like how Bjorn's sort of upside down. It's just a backside 180, but he kind of gets semi-inverted and is board above his head, which I really like. So this is the second part of the step up and step down. It's off that corrugated pipe of Aki. And this was at the end of the night where I was just happy that we were done with the step up. We had spent 6 or 8 hours shooting that, setting up and shooting it. I just wanted to go down. It was probably 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning here. I'm tired. Everyone's grumpy. It's rock hard. No one wants to ride anymore. But it's kind of one of those things where you have to stick it out. And I'm sure Aki didn't want to hit it, but we had to do what we had to do. This is the feature I looked forward to shooting the whole week. Just really unique and crazy. We didn't really know what was gonna happen. We didn't know if it was gonna be possible. We didn't know how well they could ride it. Turned out that first person to go, I believe, was Bjorn, and he made it in no problem. And as soon as he landed, he didn't come out, and you just heard a bang and oh. So if you don't land perfect right in the middle of the next dumpster, you're going straight into the wall, and that's what happened to Bjorn. And then LMP he made it through, and then when he came out of the end of it, he just overshot the landing by probably 20 feet. So we had to put everything on hold and move the transition of the landing back to accommodate the amount of speed that they were getting out of this thing. But a really cool shot. It started to snow after we had set up. Really liked the way that the falling snow was lit up. Yeah, this shot of LMP was on this combo obstacle that we had built. What he's landing on there is a piece of wood that you see in the back of other shots that say A Hard Day's Night. That's just a pole jam of LMP landing on that board. So you could step down onto that, or you could hit it cross court off the pole and into this. LMP's method is pretty unique. Either you love it or you hate it, I think. At least it's different than everyone else, and it adds a really cool feel to it all. This is the photo shot on the very last night. You can see the Hard Day's Night board is is complete. And it was definitely more like a hard 7 days and nights. But this is probably 4 in the morning. You know, we're literally done packing up and going home. It's a good feeling. So we were told that the winning team would get a cover, and every night shooting, I tried to think of, you know, a way to shoot something so that it is a cover, and nothing really screamed cover to me. Honestly thinking if we ever won, I don't know what they would choose for a cover, because I didn't feel like we had actually shot a cover. Just sitting there, I just tried to come up with new angles, and I went to the guys that were filming and I was like, hey, I want to jump up on the second dumpster. And so I jumped up there and I shot this, and I think, you know, he maybe hit it 3 times. So we were at the party when they were announcing the winner, and, you know, they said, here's the cover. And I think we were all floored when we saw this.